Just because somebody find time to spend time don't mean that they have your best interests at heart. There's rumors about Jay-Z and Beyonce cutting up at that Oscars after party. Some people say they was arguing about Rihanna and how they owe her money and she's still living and she looking for the money. They figure she from Barbados. She would have been happy with a big shiny barbecue pit and some jerk sauce. But now she don't had all them kids. Them kids expensive. She wondering where her money at. She checked the tabloids. They talking about she worth $1 billion, but she don't see that in her account. But Jay-Z and Beyonce know exactly where that money is. They were supposed to take her out the game. Michael B. Jordan won that Oscar, but people ain't know that they used Rihanna's money allegedly to fund the film. So they ain't want her showing up to the after party asking about that money when they don't already spent it. A$AP Rocky know what's going on. He living high off the hog. He ain't never got a want for nothing as long as he's spending Rihanna's money. How come she wasn't at the premiere? How come she wasn't invited to the party? Everybody showed up except for Riri. That's because she public enemy #1. So many people owe her money, it ain't even funny. All of the big wigs, all the A-listers showed up to Jay-Z and Beyonce party. Even know where to start since Diddy in jail. And on top of that, allegedly, they claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce had something to do with Rihanna's shooting and they hired Ben Diesel to pull the trigger. Since he an expert with driving vehicles, fast and furious, pull up, pull off and won't nobody see what happened. But the Tesla car done snitched on the person that really did the shooting. I feel so bad for the girl in jail because they're claiming that she ain't have nothing to do with this. This some inside Hollywood stuff. Ain't nobody got the nerve to pull up to a celebrity's house and let them shots ring out unless it has something to do with the entertainment business. Now these rumors, I don't believe Jay-Z, Beyonce had nothing to do with this. I don't believe that they had Rihanna's house shot up. But the way Taylor Swift came sneaking up in there, knowing she ain't had no business being there, she asking where Yeezy at. She want to know where Michael B. Jordan at. And whoever Michael B. Jordan had on his arm, as soon as Taylor Swift go to approach him, he gonna knock her over, spill a drink all between her bosoms, just so he can speak with Taylor Swift. So when she showed up to the party, that's when the pandemonium really started because Jay-Z and Beyonce know a thing or two about her as well. And she wondering how come they ain't finished the job. These rumors, but Rihanna gotta go. It's either she gotta go or the wait or the next gotta go because they can't make no money with her looking the way she looking. And shout out to Rihanna. I know she's a mother of 3 or 4 and she pregnant again. She ducking and dodging bullets. She ducking and dodging bullets like Jay-Z in his first music video. Taylor Swift was in attendance at Jay-Z and Beyonce's annual Oscar after party in Los Angeles, according to a partygoer who described her encounter with the pop star. So it was a bunch of parties happening that night. And few people decided to go to Jay-Z and Beyonce's party because they know that there's turmoil in their relationship. But Taylor Swift slid through there swiftly and allegedly handed Beyonce a note. Now, I don't know what it said, but the party goer seen the word R.I., and I'm assuming that means Riri. What they got going on behind the scenes? I thought they were supposed to be friends. I thought they were supposed to be family. This thing getting ugly. Look at this, man.
Taylor Swift got her party on alongside Beyonce and Jay-Z, arriving under the cloak of night, avoiding the paps and fans altogether. Tay stepping out to celebrate the 98th Academy Awards, hosted by Conan O'Brien March 15th, attending Jay-Z's annual gold party after the ceremony ended. Taylor's attendance confirmed by filmmaker Natalie Mustiata, who told The New Yorker in an interview published March 16th that she also attended Jay-Z's coveted event.
She snitched on her. She ain't want her to go to that party. Why are you going there? What is your association with those people? Taylor, what is up? She was concerned. She put a blast out just in case Taylor ain't come home. They heard about what happened with Rihanna. She associated with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Stay away from them people. But Taylor needed to know what was going on. She had to get the inside scoop because Rihanna was her rival back in the day. They was going back and forth with them chart-topping hits. But as long as Rihanna's owed money, that mean that Taylor probably couldn't get her fair share or whatever she owed. They want to give her Rihanna's money just to appease her so they can go to the Grammys and sit with them big wigs. They got to pay for that now, especially with their reputations on the line. Y'all seen Tiana Taylor at the Oscars acting a plum fool? She put the dude in the headlock and everything. Look at
For High
this.
Plus News, I'm Bevan. An iconic night unfolded as Michael B. Jordan became only the 7th Black recipient to win the Best Actor award at the Oscars this Sunday, a milestone that carried pride, validation, and a sense of shared victory across his peers and community. But even as the moment called for celebration, the conversation would shift with attention turning toward nominee Tiana Taylor, where critiques of her presence quickly took on more of an insidious tone, including being labeled ghetto and accusing her of doing too much, exposing the racial undercurrent beneath the backlash. For some, that underlying bias quickly found a louder platform online, and the scrutiny didn't stop at perception.
Hold on, man. How they gonna take my video and don't even give me no... They see I'm struggling on YouTube. They just gonna rip my shit. They put that out 5 hours ago. I put it out fucking 10 hours ago.
So
and they get half the view. Why they doing me like this, man? Hold on. Get this together. I need to see this.
So
Am I
thank you
tripping?
for everybody in this room that has something to do with my...
Am I tripping, man? I could have swore Tiana Taylor labeled ghetto for her Oscar behavior. Put it on the thumbnail 10 hours ago. Said she was ghetto as hell. Then they gonna turn around and... But she said label ghetto. So she said she don't put on a face full of makeup just to redo my damn video. 500, I ain't get 2 comments on mine. Why they gotta rip up? I just did this, man. Oh, man. They need to cut this out, y'all.
Perception alone in the aftermath of the 98th Academy
That
Awards,
bad.
Taylor, where critiques of her presence quickly took on more of an insidious tone, including being labeled ghetto and accusing her of doing too much, exposing the racial undercurrent beneath the backlash. For some, that underlying bias quickly found a louder platform online, and the scrutiny didn't stop at perception alone. In the aftermath of the 98th Academy Awards, viewers pushed back against Taylor, labeling her as annoying, and began dissecting her moments during the night, starting with a viral clip that for some online users appeared to show Leonardo DiCaprio looking irritated, seated beside her.
That's what I said. Why they doing it? Man, I'm through with this stuff, man. Tired of getting ripped off. I'm like E40 in the clique. I'm tired of being stepped on. We got to get back to this news about Riri. I'll deal with that another day. They gonna hear from my lawyer. How about that? As soon as he get out of rehab, they gonna hear from my lawyer. They out here ripping off my bit. I don't appreciate that not one bit. While all this controversy and stuff was going on at Jay-Z and Beyonce's party, they're saying that Elton John had him a little situation that made some big money out that damn party. He made $10.6 million for his star-studded after party, and there wasn't no drama in there. So this may be the last time that Jay-Z and Beyonce throw an after party because they had more fun with Elton John.
Ill for me because I've followed Lola's career for a long time. This woman has soul. She's authentic. And she will last for a very long time. And so I'm so thrilled that she's actually going to be singing tonight.
You know what? It's absolutely insane. I mean, firstly, I want to say thank you to Elton David for having me and for letting me be a part of this. I think it's just a beautiful cause. I think it's for a beautiful cause. I think it's a very special and important cause. And more than that...
See, while we worried about tendonism, they focused on professionalism. That's something we ain't mastered yet. People show up to the Jay-Z and Beyonce party with a bottle of Henny in their hand. trying to turn up, knowing that it's people in there trying to see who gonna be freaking off for who. Michael B. Jordan said, before I go in and out of any of these hoes, I'ma just go to the In-N-Out Burger. And I don't blame him. I would have did the same thing. The hell with all that partying. Go get you a sandwich somewhere and chillax. Because with stuff like this happening, you don't know if it's going to be a shootout at the party or whatever.
Right now, I do want to take you out to another story that we have been following here very closely on Live Now from Fox. Prosecutors in Los Angeles filing an attempted murder charge against the woman accused of shooting at the home of Grammy-winning artist Rihanna. Fox 11 LA's Gigi Graciette live in Beverly Hills now with the latest. And Gigi, a very scary story and a lot that you are finding out.
Certainly, Josh. Good morning from Beverly Hills. We're here this morning because yesterday we learned that according to police and the district attorney, immediately after the shooting, the suspect, who's now behind bars, Ivana Ortiz, drove here to Beverly Hills. And then for some reason, she drove back over the hill, if you're familiar with the Los Angeles.
See, that's some B. Now, I know they got the technology and everything, but how they find out everything so fast unless that woman was set up? They said after she did the shooting, they found her in the plaza, in the shopping plaza somewhere. But what? So they got 24-hour drones circling around Hollywood. And I know that left a lot of people that live in that neighborhood shook and paranoid because ain't no telling what they dragging out their cars, what they bringing in the house, who left, who came. People got investigations going on, and to find out you could find somebody in less than 3 seconds after they committed a crime, they got to be devastated. Or unless they're being protected, or Beyonce and Jay-Z alleged. Now, I don't believe it, but the rumor is out there. The rumor's so much out there to where people making nonstop videos, the AI on it. And once the AI on it, it might as well be the truth because people going to take it and eat it up. Look. It's all over the place. Your boy Sloan, he talking about it. You got Kiki talking about it. You got everybody online talking about the murder attempt. Beyonce questioned by feds. TMZ released the $17 million Jay-Z footage. He destroyed the footage and everything. So this ain't nothing that I'm pulling out my behind. At the party, they was allegedly cutting up because the heat is on. People trying to get to the bottom of it. What happened at Rihanna's estate? Why would somebody want to take her life, especially somebody she's not in business with? They talking about Jay-Z arrested by the feds for Rihanna. Beyonce's nanny shatters everything about Jay-Z and Rihanna's affair. They're claiming that them kids that's supposed to be A$AP Rocky kids, Jay-Z paid A$AP Rocky to be a beard, to be Rihanna's baby father because he the real baby daddy. If you look at Rihanna's kids, they look a whole lot like Jay-Z. I don't see no A$AP up in there. So this stuff might be, I don't believe it's true. But like I said, the internet is undefeated. They got Jay-Z in cuffs with the Timberland boots on and everything. They going on and on and on. And it ain't going to stop no time soon because wherever there's smoke, there's fire. This seemed like an inside job. Look at this.
Good evening. I'm Susan Hirasuna. Our top story tonight, shots fired at Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion. Police say the superstar was home but not harmed. Tonight, a suspect is in custody. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live in Beverly Hills with the latest on this story. Matthew, what can you tell us?
Well, Susan, a scary moment. Detectives actually leaving just seconds ago. The home where Rihanna lives, just up the street here, those gunshots ringing out all over the area. An urgent investigation.
Hold on, they said it happened in the daytime. Now they talking about it happened at nighttime. They got to get their story together. Where does nighttime footage come from? When did it happen? Was it in the day or the night? They're not trying to give all the details. Rihanna ain't said nothing. A$AP Rocky, he must be shook because he ain't said nothing neither. They ain't been, the Oscars happen. Everybody want to see the power couple find a babysitter and show up to the party. Wait a minute, y'all. I ain't feeling this at all. what really happened that night or that day or whenever it happened. Rihanna and A$AP Rocky rolled with heavy security after house shooting, so they got about 15 people with them. People want to take her life. People want to kill his wife, and it's so hard. Damn, she can't get it together. She put on a turtleneck to cover her neck. Hairline gone. A$AP looked like he been crying all night. Them bodyguards don't look like they gonna take a bullet unless they know some Harry Potter magic to stop the bullets. The hell she got? She an auntie, and ain't nothing wrong with that. They figure she wouldn't be concerned about no money as long as they sending her free clothes. She got a barbecue pit. She got a place for the kids to be. The entertainment industry will take care of you just so you won't ask for the big amount of money. They'll pay your bills and put you in the house for the rest of your life as long as you don't ask about no money. Ask Cardi B. They've been taking care of her for a long ass time. She only put out one album in, 5 years before she did the follow-up. They talking about it went platinum. I ain't seen nobody listening to the music. They would rather pacify you before you ask for them real bucks. And it's looking like Rihanna want to know where the money at, but there's rumors and claims that A$AP Rocky is a plant. They put A$AP on her just to keep tabs on her spending. What she doing? What she saying? Is she plotting anything? Is she looking for her money? They put him on her to keep her asleep. And now that she's starting to snap out of it, they had her under their impression that the Fenty clothing line was hers. They told her she was the CEO, like she went to school for fashion. Like she know how to sew some patches and things, like she putting them designs together. They had the world believing that she's the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, and when you buy the Fenty clothing line, it's been handpicked by Rihanna. She had the sewing needle. She put together them socks, Pond the River, and all this stuff. Come to find out, she don't own none of that stuff. Matter of fact, I could show y'all better than I could tell y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Let's do this, because I'm going to do a few things real quick so we can get an understanding of why this woman's life is in danger. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all need to see this. They know how to fool people. They know how to trick people. They know how to get people to spend their money. You thinking you doing something black owned, but that ain't what you doing. Fenty Beauty is owned by a 50-50 joint partnership between singer and entrepreneur Rihanna and somebody else. Hold on. Rihanna Fenty, that's her name, and LVMH Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. The luxury goods group launched in 2017. The brand is operating under the LVMH. So Hennessy and Moet and Louis Vuitton own the situation. This how it go. They say, hey, you an international star. Everybody know who you are. We would love to use you to brand our company. We want to use you to sell our product. If we can get you on board and put you on the face. Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. And it's only going to take a little while. Put that music back on. Y'all need to see this. For my old heads out there, for all the grown and sexy people out there, y'all remember the movie Boomerang when they was trying to sell that perfume? Remember? They said we need somebody to sell this perfume, so they bought in Grace Jones because they know she got a reputation for being sexy, nasty, funky, and that's what they cologne and they perfume was. So they called her up, they flew her in on a helicopter. She showed up to the corporate office. She gave her presentation. They wanted her to be the face of their brand. Ain't like she was cooking up no perfume or she knew nothing about no fragrances or nothing like that. They knew that she was an international superstar and they could use her to sell their cologne. Oh, Lord have mercy. Get this freakage out of here. They show her nasty ass on the damn movie. Get it out of here, Reggie. Get it out of here. That's disgusting. But that's exactly what they did with Rihanna with this whole Fenty thing. They called her in there. They made her Strong J for their brand. She don't know nothing about nothing. They did the same thing with your boy. Y'all got to see this. People thought Diddy. I thought it for the longest. I knew for a fact that Diddy was the CEO of DeLeon and Ciroc. He talking about buy from a black man. When you buy Ciroc, you supporting the black-owned business. And I was under the impression when I was drinking that Ciroc, not only do it taste good, but it's black-owned, baby. Every time I went to the liquor store and I spent my money on Ciroc or DeLeon, I was thinking to myself, this sort of like buying a Biggie album. I just bought a Total album. This is money going straight to Diddy's pocket. This sort of like buying a Craig Mack or a Black Rob album. You get you a bottle of Ciroc. It's a Bad Boy production. But that ain't what it was. He ain't own the damn thing. They just put his face on it to make it seem like he owned it. But somehow, some way, Diddy really believed, he was under the impression that he was the CEO. That's why he was swinging his weight and talking crazy. It wasn't until he got a little too crazy to where they had to break it to him like, hey, brother, man, you ain't got no ownership anyway. You probably was under the impression that you called some shots around here, but in all honesty, you just a puppet for the brand. You know, this the thing about it that I want to talk. Even the Jenners showed up to the party to go kick it with them for a little while. And they say the celebrities stopped by just to say hello and went off to other parties. They just ain't want to ruffle no feathers. They knew Jay-Z and Beyonce was expecting some company. So they all slid through for a little bit, hopped their ass back in the van and went off and did what they really wanted to do. Y'all seen Michael B. Jordan eating that big old cheeseburger. He didn't want to be at no party with them people. They out there toting them Oscars and things. Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't got no Oscar. They ain't popping right now. They ain't even want to go there. She looked like she mad that she had to make a detour to go smile in Jay-Z and Beyonce face for a little bit. And allegedly they was in there arguing about Riri. Okay, let's do this real quick. It's only going to take a second. Put that music back on. Let's get a better understanding since we talking. Look. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the whole thing. We're going to talk about all of this. Look. Y'all stay tuned. I got this. Y'all going to see what it is. Y'all going to see exactly what it is. Look at this, man. Look.
So tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Pon de Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
Yeah. So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did a homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
He threatened her ass. That's how their relationship started, with a threat. That's how they got acquainted with each other, with a vicious threat. He told her, you could walk out that door with that contract, or your ass can go through that window out there and land in the middle of the street. And she was only 16 at the time. That sounds like something Epstein would have said. That sounds like something Epstein would have said. Man, she was trapped. Sound like trafficking to me. And I ain't trying to put that on Jigga, man. Bless Hove. That's still my boy. I was listening to Reasonable Doubt, what was it, last week? Cut that off. When I started reaching for them peanuts and things on them DJ Premier beats, that's when I figured, hey, this is getting out of hand. I'm old, but I don't want to be that old. He threat. So what's happening today? She ain't selling no more records, but she's still owed royalties. There's still dividends and things that's raking up more now than it did back then because it's so much trash out there that the music she put out, the platinum hits she put out, they have significant value. When they go to buy her catalog, you think they're going to go to Rihanna and ask her to sell her catalog? Who really owns her catalog? Who's been in charge of her career this whole time? Y'all seen what happened to Prince? Look. Put that music on. Y'all stay. Hey, make sure y'all hit them like buttons out there. Pretty please. Hit the notification button too. Subscribe to the channel. I know y'all don't want to do nothing, but do it for your boy. Y'all know I'll do it for y'all. Look. Jay-Z lashes out at Prince's estate on 444 song. Caught their eyes. Jay-Z in dispute over Prince's music catalog. Prince's estate rejects Jay-Z's reported $40 million bid for unreleased music. He trying to get that music. And Prince did business with Jay-Z because he felt like he could trust him. He was cunning. He made Prince feel comfortable. And you know, Prince ain't feel comfortable with nobody. He ain't trust nobody. He ain't trust the entertainment industry. He figured, hey, Jay-Z talking all this black excellence, black owned. He probably promised him the world. And Prince went for it. And eventually, in his home, on the elevator, and you wonder why Solange put hands on Jay-Z in that elevator. She know. And she a big Prince fan. And when it went down, Solange couldn't even contain herself. She got in the elevator thinking about that Prince song and got to whooping Jay-Z's tail. Prince's estate sues Jay-Z's title over streaming rights to the pop star's music. They getting rich off of him. He dead. He in the grave. And they just balling out of control with that man's music. He probably made more money off of Prince's catalog than he did with his own catalog. Jay-Z might be in the running to buy Prince's catalog. This was back in the day. Hey, I ain't gonna get too deep into it. Jay-Z rips Prince greedy estate handlers, and new one caught their eye. So he's singing, he rapping about it. He want that catalog so bad to where that man ain't even no longer alive. I'm not implying that Jay-Z has something to do with Prince's passing, but for a music catalog, anything is possible. That's money on top of money on top of money. It appreciates over time. That shit, oh, excuse my language. But that music is worth more than gold. Look at this. Jay-Z in dispute over Prince's music catalog. The Rock Nation, the entertainment company founded by rap mogul Jay-Z, tried but failed to get chosen to manage Prince's music assets in the weeks after the rock star's death, according to court documents released. So as soon as this man died, Jay-Z went in for the real kill to get that catalog so he can get that money. Rihanna house getting shot up. They talking about it's a deranged fan or whatever the case is. Y'all got to see this. Put that on. Y'all got to see this. Not that. Put that on. No, put that on. That's too loud. Yeah, leave it like that. There you go. Come on. Oh, damn, I ain't type a damn thing. Look. Give me what I want. This was going on. They mistaken her for Jill Scott when she show up to them red carpets. They not flattered. They not impressed. People ain't trying to holler. And hey, I still think she fine. I still think she's beautiful. I don't think nothing wrong with Rihanna. I would never say nothing to bash her, but she not that same young lady that came on the scene. Ain't never gonna be. You know, we ain't never gonna be the older versions of ourselves, but when America falls in love with you, they want to remember you that way. There's so many entertainers afraid to change their look because they know once they do, the magic is gonna be gone. Why you think Flavor Flav took that clock from around his neck, he ain't gonna be able to get into the party. He not invited. The clock is his meal ticket. So as soon as you stop looking The way you looked when America fell in love with you, it's a wrap. And I was speaking about this earlier. I might as well talk about it here too. Look. Look, Glorilla messed herself up real bad. Her fan base was her fans based off of her dusty appearance, her and her ratchet ass friends. That's what people bought into. But when she started to get dolled up, she come out like she Beyonce. We don't know if she a trap rapper or an R&B singer. So her fan base is gone. Them girls that wasn't attractive, that was rooting for Glorilla, all of the lackluster average, the hood boogers and things that put her on her platform, put her on her pedestal, they mad now because she out here, she a super, super bad. That ain't what they signed up for. You can't change the menu once you start getting customers because they going to show up looking for the Big Mac. And if all you got is the mixed salad, they going to find somewhere else to go. And that's why people are gravitating more towards her sister because they see the struggle in Glorilla. That's what they could relate to. They can't relate to this Barbie she got going. Yeah, she look good, but hell, we ain't signed it. If she was looking that good when she first came out, it would have never went nowhere because people would have been like, she good, she all right. Same thing with Rihanna. And that's where the struggle comes in. They can't make a dime off of Rihanna now. Got 3 kids. She kept on, popping out the bed. And that's life. That's what you're supposed to do as a human being. I ain't knocking her for having kids, but when you in show business, you might not want to go this route unless you're sure that you're not trying to make no more money. There's claims that Beyonce never was pregnant. And I know that sounds foolish. That's ridiculous because I believe Beyonce gave birth to all of her children. I believe that Beyonce was indeed pregnant. But when she sat down on that show, her belly folded like a taco, people ain't know what to make of this. You figure her body is her moneymaker. Why would she want to risk her body for a baby? And she put on real good and everything. This little Photoshop this hell. Look at her leg looking like a chicken wing. They Photoshopped the hell out of them pictures and stuff. Even Wendy Williams was talking about it. And she brave, she bold. She ain't hesitate. Wendy couldn't believe her eyes when she seen it. It looked like Beyonce had a fupa when she sat down. Look at this. Wendy Williams analyzes Beyonce's baby bump. The talk show host takes a look at the singer's tummy from all angles. So when she broke, and that's another reason why Wendy Williams doing so bad, because she exposed so much stuff that you're not supposed to talk about or things you're supposed to give a blind eye to. She never did that. That's why people loved her, and that's also why a lot of people hate her for that. But I ain't gonna do like Wendy Williams. If she was pregnant, then she was pregnant, man. It is what it is. Look, oh my God, that shit looked like a damn taco at Taco Bell. Look, oh my God, that thing look bad. She knows she was wrong. Oh no, look how she tried to bend her legs to try to help the situation. She tried to cover her belly with her hair. She like, oh no, she should have pulled out her dress or something, or she should have wore a Missy Elliott Can't Stand the Rain jacket or something. Oh my God, y'all seen the look on her face? It looked like she was saying, ooh, She looked up like, you seen that? Hell yeah, we seen that. Then gonna lean back, gonna throw that leg on top of it. Look. She threw the leg up on top of it. She need to cut that out. She came in there walking all fast. Belly made out of feathers. Oh no. I don't seen enough. You never know what's going on in Hollywood. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. You never know what these relationships are really like. But in times where money is tight, y'all heard about Jay-Z having financial issues. He going through it right now. That lifestyle he was living, I guess he was living above his means, or when people start pulling out of deals, when people start backing out of contracts, when people don't want to have no affiliation, no association with you no more, and you got kids and you used to being the man and you want to fly to Paris, you got houses in Europe or whatever. They got properties all over the world. That stuff get expensive, private jets. And when the dough start to get slow, better yet, the money ain't got to get slow. The times are changing. Things are different. People finding different ways to finesse. And if they could finesse you one time, they going to finesse you 2 times. And Jay-Z been finessed multiple times. Now, what you do in the situation when you feel like you getting played? If you in the game, then that mean that you got to be doing some playing your damn self. And it look like Rihanna is getting played. They trying to set her up and play her for a fool. If you ask me, A$AP Rocky can't be trusted because he really not interested in her like that. Look at this. Ain't no intimacy. You got more intimacy coming from Papoose and Clarissa Shields than you got coming from here. Jigga Man. That's all I can say about that. And you know I ain't gonna speak on their kids. That's something y'all ain't never got to worry about me doing that, because that's something that I'm just not gonna do. She showed he looked like he tired. Like, why you got that shit on? I wouldn't even, if I'm sitting there waiting for her to come out and we got somewhere to be, and she come out with that on, we ain't going nowhere. Better yet, it's going to be a Netflix and chill tonight. He look like he is so annoyed, and she know it. You're with me. I'm not going anywhere. You say you love me, right? He probably scared to leave. Every night, he got to report back to Hov and let him know what Rihanna doing, what she been eating, what she been saying, allegedly. They will sick somebody on your ass. They do it with NBA players, football players. They do it with every entertainer that come up on the back. They will put somebody on you just to keep track of the money. Look. The rumor is, rest in peace to Kobe. But the rumor is, Michael Jordan got to be the most touchiest, feeliest man you ever seen in your life. Y'all seen him playing patty cakes with Mary J. Blige's ass. He was patting that booty like he was getting ready to make a fucking cheeseburgers or something. He don't care. He gripped up. Not only is he gripped up on Kobe's wife, but he laid a mean fat kiss on her head, and she looking like she knows she wrong, but daddy paying the bills. He got enough money to take care of Kobe family. He got enough money to take care of all of his family. But the point I'm trying to make is, Kobe had a falling out with his family because they didn't approve of his wife. They said, you know, you don't know this woman like that. She ain't got your best interest at heart. But Kobe disowned his own family to be with his wife. And people are saying that she was put on Kobe. They put on Kobe. And a lot of them stars, they wives be put on. Now, I don't believe that about Kobe's wife. I'm just letting y'all know what they've been saying and the stuff they've been talking about or whatever the case is. But you just couldn't be surprised when it come to A$AP Rocky. It's not a genuine, it's not a mutual thing. This is how it go. Let me show y'all something real quick. It's only going to take a second, and we're going to get back to the shooting. Look. Look. A$AP Rocky is a male model, a supermodel, if you will. So when they called up Rihanna and told her to be the face of Fenty or whatever, they wanted a power couple in order to sell them clothes. He been in the fashion before he even started fooling with Rihanna. It only made sense that if she going into the fashion industry while being in the music industry, who else is a better fit for her than A$AP Rocky? Because he in the same league. He do music, he do fashion. It's a no-brainer to have them come together and form a merger to dominate in the fashion world. And that's what they did. It's a business agreement. It's from a financial standpoint, it's the smart thing to do. It's not because he thought she had beautiful eyes, and he probably do. I do. She do got some beautiful eyes, but that don't mean you gotta live with somebody and have kids and everything. This man, I don't even know. I ain't gonna speak on his orientation, but male models have reputations for not really being interested in women's like that. Let me show y'all another male model so y'all know who I'm talking about. And the last thing I want y'all to think about me and my platforms is that I'm anti-LBGTQ because I'm pro-LBGTQ because I believe the black culture as a whole is LBGTQ. Fatherless homes, mothers raising their sons by themselves and stuff, all that's LBG. Dudes in and out of jail, representing prison culture, all that's LBGT. So black culture, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but black culture in a nutshell, the church, LBG, and ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't trying to say it like it's something bad. I'm saying it because I'm all right. It's been that way for a long time, a very long time. People just need to open their eyes and see it. Look at this. Look, there go another male model. That's your boy, Jaden Smith. He'll get up there and take them pictures, turn to the side, look to the left, look to the right, show his pecs, work out, eat salads, do push-ups, put on the wig, he'll do it all. Because that's what male models supposed to do. The fashion industry is about being flamboyant. If you want to be flashy, hell, if you want to dress up for a special occasion, you can't come up in there looking like no gangbanger. Better put on some fitted and look like this if you're really trying to show up and show out. Brothers do it all the time. People be waiting for them all-white parties to put on their little snazzy suit, come up in there shimmying and things. That's what you're supposed to do with high-end fashion. If you're not into high-end fashion, go to Walmart, get you a sweatsuit, get you a t-shirt or whatever, and be masculine. But if you trying to show up and be noticed, then you better get your Jaden Smith on, show a little titty meat. It is what it is. I ain't saying he doing nothing wrong. That's just the standard of the industry. Been that way, gonna be that way. It was like that before Jaden Smith or A$AP Rocky was even born. But the point I'm trying to make is his relationship with Rihanna, I would think that it's a farce, the same way I would think Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship is a farce. Let's break that down real quick. Hold on, let me do this. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna get y'all. Look. Let's talk about it. How many members they went through before they just pulled the plug on the whole thing? It's not Destiny's Children. It's Destiny's Child. Even though it was 4 girls in the group, it wound up being more girls than that. It was never Destiny's Children. It was Destiny's Child. And you figure, why would they call themselves that? Which one's supposed to be, which one y'all think is Destiny's Child? Since we talking about the group. Is it Kelly Rowland? Is it Michelle Williams? Is it LaToya Luckett? Who's Destiny's Child? You guessed it. But the thing is, they didn't want to bring her by herself. They wanted her to outshine the competition. If they would have put her out there solo, Aaliyah would have ate her ass up, and she know it. They ain't want to put her in the fight alone. They got all them girls together so they could jump Aaliyah. Or Maya, or whoever the top R&B act was at the time. They put them girls around her so they could jump Brandy, or whoever was trending at the time. You ain't going up just against Beyonce. She got a whole clique with her. They was the R&B Wu-Tang Clan at the time. But when it was time to go solo, what leg she had to stand on as a solo act? Mary J. Blige was already the queen of hip-hop, R&B, soul. Mary already held the belt. The only way you gonna get some of this is if you get some of this hardcore. The only way you gonna be able to, especially in that climate in hip-hop, if you ain't got no foundations, no roots in the game, then you ain't gonna make it that far. And at the time, Jay-Z was the man. He was, Hov was the greatest lyricist. And if you ask me, he's still the greatest lyricist, even though Eminem ate his ass up on that one song. Matter of fact, let me do this. I promise it's only gonna take a second. I gotta do it. And we gonna get back to Beyonce and Jay-Z, but I got to do this. Y'all stay tuned. Look. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Oh man, this gonna be fun. This gonna be fun. I'm gonna enjoy I hope y'all enjoy yourselves as much as I'm about to enjoy myself. Look. Jay-Z said, motherfuckers say that I'm foolish. I only talk about jewels, bling bling. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it? He trying to rap like Eminem. He said, see, I'm influenced by the ghetto you ruined. Same dude you gave nothing. I made something doing what I do through, and I give you the news, and with a twist, it's just his ghetto point of view. The renegade, you been afraid. I penetrate pop culture, bring them a lot closer to the block where they pop toasters, like Pop-Tarts, and they live with their moms. Got dropped roadsters from botched robberies. Niggas crouched over. Mommy's knocked up because she wasn't watched over. Knocked down by some clown when child support knocked. No, he's not around. Now, how'd that sound to you? Jot it down. I bring you through the ghetto without riding round. Hiding down, ducking strays. From frustrated you stuck in they ways. Just read a magazine that effed up my day. How you rate music that thugs with nothing relate to it? I help them see they way through it. Not you, can't step in my pants, can't walk in my shoes, bet everything you worth, you will lose your tie and your shirt. So that was his best. Now listen to Eminem. He said, since I'm in a position to talk to these kids and they listen, I ain't no politician, but I'll kick it with them a minute. Lord have mercy. Because they see, they call me a menace. And if the shoe fits, I'll wear it. But if it don't, then y'all, I'll swallow the truth, grin and bear it. Now who's the king of these rude, ludicrous, lucrative lyrics? Who could inherit the title, put the youth in hysterics, using his music to steer it, sharing his views and his merits? But there's a huge interference. They're saying you shouldn't hear it. Maybe it's hatred I spew. Maybe it's food for the spirit. Maybe it's beautiful music I made for you to just cherish. But I'm debated, disputed, hated, and viewed in America as a fucking drug addict like you didn't experiment. Nah. That's when you start to stare at who's in the mirror and see yourself as a kid again, and you get embarrassed. And I could go, he killed Jay-Z in the song. Killed his ass, cooked him like some steakums with extra barbecue sauce on it. Even Nas had to speak on it. Even Nas had to speak on it. But we got to get back to this. We could deal with that on a whole nother video. The point I'm trying to make is Beyonce wanted to be the queen of hip hop and R&B, but she had to undercut and finagle her way to that position. Look. When they made Can't Knock the Hustle, and she was on that song with Method Man, you're all I need to get by. They figured Beyonce need a feature, a hip hop feature, in order to be mentioned in the same light as Mary J. Blige. The same way Mary was wearing the blonde hair, they had Beyonce wearing the blonde hair. That's who they was targeting the whole time. When she first came out, her main influence was Mary J. Blige. The music they was putting out sound like Mary J. Blige's music. Her goal was to be like Mary J. Blige. But the only way you could do that is if you get a cosign from the likes of Jay-Z. But a cosign wouldn't have been enough, because they could have did that little BS single and it would have faded to the background. I don't know the last time I heard the Crazy in Love song on the radio. It's been a long time since anybody played that thing in a while. Look. They was doing too much in the video. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. They was bouncing booty looking back at the camera. Ain't had no ass. Not one of them. They bouncing bones. Nah, 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 nah. Ain't had no drawers on. Looking back at the camera, them little flapjacks wiggling and things. And Jay-Z was all for it. She made her debut, her solo album. It was off the chain. It went through the roof because of Jay-Z. If she didn't have a single with Jay-Z at the time, it would have been garbage. Can you imagine Crazy in Love with no Jay-Z on it? And it was just Beyonce, or she got on Lil Zane or somebody to rap on the song, it would have been trash. But this the crazy part. This the part that's gonna mess y'all head up. Even though Rihanna had a Jay-Z cosign, he run these chicks. He's the reason why they even sold records. He the reason. He know that and they know that. But this the difference. Look. And Jay-Z, if you're listening, brother, I love you to death. I do this for entertainment, allegations, speculations, for entertainment purposes. Send me a cash app, cut me a check so I can shut that up. Until then, I'm gonna keep on with the allegations and speculate. She was a doll when she first came out. You know, she had that look about her. She had enough attitude that make rude people want to buy her food and listen to her music. She was a hit in Jamaica. And still is. She had the attitude enough to make you pay $60 for some oxtail, even though they don't even say thank you or see you later or nothing like that. They slam your food on the table, and when you walk out the door, they suck their teeth and talk about you crazy. And when you get home, ain't nothing but sauce and bones and a bunch of rice in the damn plate. She had the seasonings for it, man. But she had the point in her career now to where either she make her own custom cocoa bread, or be the next Chiquita Banana or something like that, or she gonna have to cough up that money that she been holding on to. I know it sounds like I'm just talking just to be talking, but when you listen to the playback, when you run it back, and you got a little liquor in your system, then it'll all start making sense. If you ain't crunk with it, if you ain't loose with it, all this stuff gonna go over your head, man. What time is it? Damn. I sure hope I don't never have to go to no old folks home, because how the hell I'm going to do the show? About to eat my Wheaties and lay my ass down, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. And I really do appreciate y'all for watching. We got more we about to get into. The hell with all that. Let's just go ahead and get into the dynamics. Because Tiana Taylor embarrassed herself at the Oscars. Now Beyonce's mother trying to play cleanup, speaking about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the Rihanna shooting, just to distract the people so they won't be thinking that Jay-Z and Beyonce had something to do with the murder. Look at this, y'all. Oh, Reggie, what's wrong with the thing? Get it together, brother. Yeah, get it together. Uh-oh, they playing YouTube games. Now the damn computer stuck. Ooh, they shouldn't do me like that. They know I'm over here struggling. Oh, Lord, they won't even let me play the video. Oh, no, the whole computer stuck. Reggie, go on and reboot the internet, man. We people leaving the video and stuff. Reboot the internet. Oh, Lord, they ain't letting me play.
Six Academy.
Hold on, it was just that video. Let me see if I can get it. They don't want me talking about Beyonce mama. Hold on, exit. Oh, no, look what they doing to me. Look, y'all. Oh, there it go. Look.
I am also fresh from the Houston Rodeo.
Hey.
You were there celebrating your gumbo. I mean, how special was that?
It was the best. You know, it was a full circle moment for me because that's my hometown and my kids grew up there going to the rodeo. And what we loved about it the most was the food, the fried Snickers and the things that you can't get anywhere else but the rodeo. So it was a full circle moment for me to be there.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And now you're here. I know you were booked and busy with your schedule, but to be here tonight to show your support for Elton and David and the foundation, why was that important for you to come out?
Well, because I lost someone extremely close to me, the closest person to me in the world, to AIDS many, many years ago. So I'm an advocate for the fight. And Elton has been around doing it, you know, the longest, he and Elizabeth Taylor, and so they are my heroes when it comes to that. So I wanted to be here. I flew back in just for this.
And it's been so amazing to see what they've been able to achieve over the years that they've been doing this and the money that they have raised.
And it's a
I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Beyonce mama look good, especially to be, I don't know how old she is, but y'all be giving her hell, but I think she look pretty damn. Wait till you get Beyonce mama age and see what you be looking like, regardless if you got money or not. She seemed like she a down-to-earth person. She been in the game for a long time. There's nothing that she don't know. Y'all got to keep in mind, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're kids to Beyonce's mama. She knows what's going on, but she play her position and she stay out the way. She speak when it's time to speak. But Beyonce's father, on the other hand, now that man got a vendetta. And I hope they don't try to shut him down, because she already fired the man, because he know where the money's supposed to be going. He know who getting robbed and who getting taken advantage of. They can't have her father in the mix. Matthew Knowles is in a dangerous position because he started Beyonce's career, and seeing where it's at and he ain't got nothing to do with it no more, that lets you know that somebody done hijacked his program. You would even say it's a little bit of brainwashing going on. Ugh. Matthew Knowles can't catch a break. Look at this.
Matthew Knowles didn't want to say her name. During a recent interview, Matthew abruptly ended the conversation and walked out early when his ex-wife Tina Knowles was brought up in relation to the work she did with Destiny's Child, which featured their daughter Beyonce, as well as Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams. When Pix 11 New York anchor Candace Gibson referred to the work that both Tina and Matthew, also parents to Solange Knowles, put into the girl group, the latter asked, quote, "What work did she put in?"
Uh-oh.
The anchor then mentioned how Tina used to style the group's hair and design their costumes in the early days.
Oh, that was her father talking about what work she put in? She put in work in that bedroom for Beyonce to even be here. She put in work in that emergency room when she gave birth to Beyonce. What he talking about? She was the one making that crab macaroni and cheese for them girls. He trying to downplay her like she ain't do nothing but sit on her behind and watch. Like that ain't her DNA, her blood flowing in Beyonce body. He Kelly Rowland daddy. I dare him try to disrespect Tina Knowles like this.
Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams. When Pix 11 New York anchor Candace Gibson referred to the work that both Tina and Matthew, also parents to Solange Knowles, put into the girl group, the latter asked, quote, "What work did she put in?" The anchor then mentioned how Tina used to style the group's hair and design their costumes in the early days of their career. while Matthew, who was married to Tina for more than 30 years before their 2011 split, admitted that the journalist was absolutely right.
See, she should have stayed with Beyonce daddy. Cause she was fine back. And I ain't saying she ain't now. But you figure he was with her for 30 years. He know how to fluff her and plump her like a damn pillow. Had her looking all types of healthy. You with somebody for 30 years, you know what they want. You know what they like. He was glowing too. They both had a glow about themselves when they was together. People want to say Jay-Z the reason why they ain't together no more. He came in and split up their happy, humble home. For the money, he known to get down and dirty. They said that boy from Marcy Projects. He don't give a damn. Whatever he got to do to get to the bag, he gonna do it. Rip, rob, and whatever it takes. Whatever for the cheddar. And Taylor Swift going to the darker part of town at them Beyonce parties. So she ain't had no business being there. She slipped out to the black side of town to go see what was going on with Beyonce now. God damn, what's going on? Taylor Swift makes a low-key appearance at Jay-Z and Beyonce's Oscar party. She hiding her face. She sneaking in there. People looking like, oh shit. They rolling up their blunts talking about Taylor. She slumming in the ghetto of Hollywood or whatever. Ain't had no been. They said her boyfriend was mad that she pulled up. Look, Taylor wasn't the only star who avoided the spotlight at this year's Oscars. Carrie Berber and boyfriend Louis Pullman opted not to draw attention to their romance on Oscar night, arriving separately to Vanity's Fair annual That ain't what. The rumor is the reason why they arrived separately is because he knew that she was going to cut out and go to the Beyonce Jay-Z party. He ain't want no parts of that. So if that's what you trying to do, let's take separate calls. That way, after the Oscars, you go your way and I go my way. I ain't trying to go to no Jay-Z and Beyonce party, especially after hearing what happened to Rihanna. You got people in their entourage, their houses getting shot up. Why would you want to have associations with these people? They're mobsters. They're gangsters, Taylor. But she wasn't trying to hear none of that. I want to speak about this real quick since we talking about Taylor Swift. They say that Kanye West is a very sick man. He being sued right now because he allegedly, not even allegedly, plenty of people said that he walked into a set of a music video and there was a young Asian lady sitting in there and he walked over to her, told her to open her mouth. He put his hand in her mouth. He fisted her throat, was going in and out her mouth, saliva everywhere. And while she gagging and choking, he talking about, this is a work of art. Look at this. I'm an artist. And she just, and he got his fingers, he twiddling his thumbs and stuff all in her throat. And her eyes watering and stuff. He into that BSMM, that dominatrix shit. He like them chains and whips. When you see him wearing all that black leather and stuff, that's because he about to go somewhere and beat somebody's ass with a whip. And his wife, the Bianca Century or whatever her name is, that's his main gimp. That's his doll. That's who he practiced that bestiality stuff on. Look. They had him on the boat with his wife getting sloppy toppy with his butt cheeks hanging out. And they put it on TMZ. She showed up to the red carpet, butt naked. Since Kim Kardashian started messing with that dude from Saturday Night Live, he made her cut her hair like the man. So he could have the man as well. Whatever he want to do, he paid her to be his freak. He put on the damn football gear when he go out with her because he know he about to do some damage on that tail. Sweatpants on and compression socks. That's how he roll. It be 0 degrees outside. He got on a leather jacket, boots and things. She be out there butt naked. That's because he a freak. He into that beady, he into that whiz. He'll tie your ass up And while you screaming and hollering, he said he having a, once his eyes roll in the back of his head, that's when he start to untie your ass. He show up to the car. They dress up like they the dominatrix. You go to his party, you might step on some spikes or something on the damn ground. And the reason why I bring that, we don't know how freaky diggy Taylor's, don't know what she into. I don't know. I don't know. They sure they got a history together and everything. Look. Kanye West and Taylor Swift's 2009 VMA moments named the top 10 worst decisions in music history. It wasn't no mistake. He shot his shot that night. He wanted to get recognition from her, and that's exactly what he did. That's when he developed the balls and the likings for what he into now. This before Kim Kardashian. But he figured he had to shoot his shot one way or another. I know you wouldn't talk to me on a regular basis. When you see me in the hallway, you walk past me, you don't know who I am. But I guarantee tonight you gonna remember me. And that's exactly, everybody remember him. It was women like Taylor Swift that didn't give a damn about Kanye West until he did what he did. Now they want to give him a piece of their mind and he getting all this attention and all. That's like Dave Chappelle going at the trans community. That's because he want that attention. He like it when them dudes run up on him, breast swinging and everything, trying to fight so he could soften the situation. Dave Chappelle, when you want to attract something or you want to get somebody's attention or whatever the case, or you into something and you trying to have an abundance of it, put it on notice. Either good or any publicity is good publicity. So when Dave Chappelle came out talking crazy about trans people, I personally believe that he loving that attention because that's what he wanted all along. But that's Negro here, no. And I don't know about Kanye West's and Taylor Swift's relationship, but hey, you just never know the level of freakage, especially when you low key going to a Beyonce and Jay-Z. But what is she into? Was she hoping to see Michael B. Jordan at the party or whatever the case? Taylor Swift stepped out to celebrate the 2026 Oscars at Beyonce and Jay-Z's annual Gold Party in Los Angeles, following the March 15th ceremony, flying under the radar on her way into the star-studded soiree. But while the fate of Ophelia, singer, seemingly avoided paparazzi as she arrived to the event, filmmaker Natalie Matuta, who won Best Live Action Short Film for Two People Exchanging Saliva, confirmed she spent time with Taylor inside the event. See, there go that dominatrix shit again. Two people exchanging saliva. She won an award for that? But what the hell they was doing at the party? You know they had to be in there freaking if Natalie was in there with her nasty filmmaking ass. She said, we got to dance with Jay-Z and Emma Stone and Taylor Swift. Natalie, whose film tied with the singers in a rare history-making moment, told The New Yorker in an interview published March 16, we took photos, we laughed, we cried, and it was just the best evening. We didn't want it to end. Well, Taylor didn't want nobody to know she was at that party with them people. That's like Marilyn Monroe. Let me show y'all something real quick. It's only going to take a second, I promise. Y'all stay tuned. Lord have mercy. Look. Y'all must ain't know. Marilyn Monroe is prized as she's an icon, and best believe her beauty is astonishing. She has a classic look about herself. It's always gonna be classic. Marilyn Monroe, an American legend, without a doubt. But the rumor is allegedly she had a thing for the brothers. Y'all see his slick ass over there with them drinks, ain't had no business in the 40s. In the VIP, looking all smooth and suave. Hey, how about you pass me a square, little mama? So what's going on? You want to breeze this joint or not, baby? Oh, sure. Hey, people like chocolate. And allegedly Marilyn Monroe had her share, according to a lot of people out there. And this was in 1952. Obviously, I don't know if the brother's still alive or whatever the case is. They said Sammy Davis Jr. poked his eye out on one of them nipples or whatever the case. Had to have a glass eye like Charleston White for the rest of his life, whatever the case is. Now, we don't know if these rumors, I ain't trying to put this on Taylor Swift, but she's an icon as well. What they said about Muhammad Ali, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Muhammad Ali brand groups, inks deal with BDSM records or whatever. So they put out a sex tape back in the day. Shoot, Muhammad Ali looked like he had a good ass time. Like, it feel good to me. Don't it feel good to you? Elvis looked like he put it down like a G back in the day. Look. Pull up on Elvis if you want to. He snatched that wig off. All you see is a skinhead. Shout out to, I'm over here sweating. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Shout out to Elvis. Uh-huh. What the hell they was in there doing? He know he wrong. Whatever they was doing. Got her in the backseat of the Maybach before the Maybach even came out. That was her mans in them. Like, he has money. It is what it is. Shout out to Maryland. The hell they had going on back in the day. Bring it up to speed. That's how Kanye get his rocks off. This stuff been going on for a long time, man. Them Kardashians and shit. Kanye ain't invited to no parties. Have y'all noticed that? Kanye ain't been to no events. They don't want him there because they know he don't believe in deodorant. They don't wash their clothes. He ain't got no money. So what he gonna show up for? All he got is an opioid problem or whatever the case is. But that's Negro here, no there. Let me say this before I go. Everything I said in this, I'm talking about everything, is allegation, speculate. It came out my behind, man. I made it all up. Ain't none of this stuff real. But I hope you was entertained. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you ask me, Jay-Z is a hell of a man. Ain't never did nothing to nobody. Beyonce neither. Got so much love for the Carters. All the people watching. Y'all be good out there, man. We gonna be back with more of this news. Matter of fact, we gonna be back tomorrow. Got so much love. I'm about to go get me some. Matter of fact, cut that music off. I'm about to go get. Let me show y'all what I'm gonna get before. Matter of fact, I'll tell y'all next time. I'll show y'all next time, but I'll tell y'all this time. I'm about to go fix me a bowl of yogurt, put some granola, chop up a banana, put a little bit of oatmeal milk in it, probably put a couple of slices of pineapple on it. Woo! I'ma holla at y'all later, baby. Y'all be good out there. Y'all be good.